Welcome back, everybody. Here we go again. Back on a GoblinZ, or GoblinZ, depending on where you are in the world. I'm going to be starting again. Got to commit suicide. We did an event last night. So my character is still in event mode. But we shall commit suicide and start again. Looking forward to a good run. Hope everyone's all out there in internet land. My vape's charged. I've got something to drink. I'm good to go. Just after 2 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon, UK. Zulu, as I would refer to it as. Hope everybody is good. As I said before, even mobile's charged. I am really ready to go today. What's today's aim? I don't know, really, at the moment. Let's run around the map a bit, see if we can get a flag down and supplies in. Be good if we got a key, but that's always the case. Sometimes there is connection problems. The joys of GTX, and there we have them. Let's try again. Just waiting to connect, guys. Then we'll be good to go. Hopefully. Nope, that one died again. Let's try again. Eventually it'll kick in. It always does in the end. Seems to be a syncing issue with GTX servers. You don't seem to get it on other servers hosts, but after Christmas we'll no longer move with GTX, so it shouldn't be an issue. There we go. Worked that time. As I said, it's one of those GTX strange issues. Oh, there's our sub's not connecting. Okay, give me a second. Let's see if we can fix that. Just check that we are on the correct channel. If nothing stupid's happened in the background. We are live. Subs is correct. Just check we are logged into Steam. That's a fair point. It's not Steam, YouTube. We are. Okay, we'll put that down to an experience. We'll turn that off for the moment because there's no point pretending. Okay, so I've got no sound in game. You guys probably have, because I can see it's coming through, but it ain't coming through to me. So that's my next issue to try and fix. Bloody internet. Give me a second. I do apologise, guys. I'll put you to be right back. We'll get this sorted. Okay, seems to be working again. Subs has kicked in again. Who knew why that was, but it didn't want to play, did it? Welcome back, everybody. I'm waiting to load in again. Sound should be working now. I did an NVIDIA update, didn't I? That's my problem. And as everybody knows, you should never update NVIDIA. It resets bloody everything. It's a lie. You should always update NVIDIA, because those updates are needed. On the road to 700. So, it'd be good to get another 8 subs over the weekend. That would be bloody amazing. As I said, we do need to commit suicide because we were playing in God mode yesterday when we were doing an event, and we're nowhere near where we should be for a start. So let's get that done. Downside to running events and playing the server is this. Until I get a base down and I can put clothing away, it means that whenever I run an event, I have to kill myself. Where have we started? No idea. It's good. So first things first, on a Goblin server, purify those rags, because you're gonna need them. And it's me, I like it that way round. It's just a personal preference thing. Fine. Okay, so there's a med center down there, because we were always spawning on a Goblin server 300 meters within the distance of a med center is where you'll spawn in, or hospital around the map. So your first port of call should always be locate what you're spawning close to and search it. Because if you die, you're not losing anything. And you potentially have stuff to gain. And we're just gonna I'm going to take that, certainly. Any ammo? Yeah, it's got 2. Vitamins. Okay, so throw that away. That's not important. That is, take that there. Okay. We're playing the old now juggling game, aren't we? With no loot, space for loot. Hi, West. How are you, mate? Fresh life. Because after the event yesterday, I needed to start again. Hi, Restless. Starting again after the old event last night, which you did very well on, mate. Did you enjoy it? Might not have gone the way you hoped, but I think you got a kill out of it. You might have even killed me. I'm not sure. Oh, that's not nice. Well, you know the cure, don't you? F11, mate. F11 will get rid of that problem. I wish. Yeah. I always overdose myself on vitamin C when I've got a cold. I don't know if it does any good. It doesn't do any bad. So you might have hit me on the bike. You certainly, I think you hit the person that was going through my body. Because when I spawned back in God mode after I was killed and came over to watch the action, the person that was looting my body was then killed. Okay. So Monkey killed me then, and then killed the person that was looting me. Or somebody on the sidelines. No, I didn't record it. I didn't think I was dealing with something in real life, and then suddenly I didn't have any time left and I had to get on. So it wasn't recorded. And obviously I won't put events out live because people will use them to stream snipe, unfortunately. Yeah. No, you were. You were throwing rounds down at Monkey. Certainly at some points. Excellent. I'll do another one next weekend. It'll be Friday again because I'm working on the Sunday for the army. So it'll be Friday. I've got an idea what. I've just got to spawn something in for it, so it'll be done when the server's quiet. There'll be no mod update. I've got an area that I think I'll bring in for each event from now on. So it's a separate area, or I'll bring it in once. It won't have any loot in it, and it will just be used for events. People can run up there. I just would have to put it on the map as an out of bounds, which is a bit of annoying. Or put it on the map and name it event area. Do not build. But again, people might. And that's my problem with it. But it's an underground bunker. And then I can do things with lots of different doors and routes through. And then you can, for the next event, you could be pushing the underground bunker to kill Goblin. Or I'll do the same with building, using God mode, a base with one code lock on the door. And then as the server goes live, I'll give out the code for the code lock. And then we can, or I'll build a base somewhere, as I said, within a building, and I'll put multiple doors in, but just one door will have a code lock, and me and the loot will be at the end, the players then to push. And if I put like 15 doors in, but only one code lock, and then give away the code, or despawn the code lock when it goes live, then if players want to, at the end, take over the base for themselves, they can do. But that's what I think the next one will be. Attack the evil goblin in his base, where he's storing goods. Because then you've got multiple people pushing an entrance. My aim will be to do, when I'm available, and at one event either on a Friday or Saturday night each week. I think I'd rather do that than bag drops. It gives some different footage to Restless and Drum and myself, potentially. Even if I just do stuff where I'm flying over. But the winner got away with, didn't loot the bodies, so left a code lock and 556 and nails, which somebody might have taken off me, either Restless or Monkey, but got away with the bike and the stuff that was in the hold of the bike, including keys, which is nice. Good morning, Drum. Good morning. How are you, mate? Welcome. We're starting again because I took part in the event, and obviously I got killed, and then I went into God mode. I dropped all my gear and ran out in the field after the quad. Was about 50 meters away from it, behind the smoke, when I heard it driving away. I watched. You were so close. And Monkey was facing the wrong direction, trying to see where you were to shoot you. And then after you'd not got to the quad, you ran over to my body and looked at the bits and pieces, but left behind one of the rifles. I had a Scar H down there with a mag on it. And I was like, he's left behind the Scar H. I'm doing really well, mate. Thank you. Good to see you here. Yeah, so we're starting again. We're at that point. Though I have picked up one of the put people to sleep drugs. I'm no doctor, but I think injecting this might make me very sleepy. I didn't actually see the Scar. Yeah, there was a Scar H there with a optic on that was gillied, and a full mag of 308 in it. Morning, Ryan. So yeah, there was a Scar H fully ready to go. When I was setting it up and there was an exchange of gunfire, I think that was 92 and Monkey getting into position and bumping into each other. Maine, isn't that where the lobsters are from? Please allow for the fact that what I know about America is very limited. But there's something about Maine and lobsters that's in my brain. Remember, I do watch a lot of Shark Tank. Wasn't there a firm from Maine, a business that was doing lobsters? Right, we're going to need food again, so we found a road. Ah, Hooses down there. Let's go down to the Hooses. There we go. If I told you where I was from, there's nothing here that major. There's no major industry. I'm in a small town, relatively small town called Exeter in southwest England. But England's such a small place that when you say you're in England, everyone thinks that you're in London. And arguably, I could get to London in 3 hours. Hi, Chuckles. Long time no see. How are you, mate? Don't give me food. No. How surprising. I hate getting to a village and finding every door open because it tells me I'm too late to get anything nice out of it. Well, not every door, so that's good. Night shift. Ah! Of course. Forgotten that you're back now. Just need a tin of baked beans, an AR-15, a scope, a mag, a Bergen, body armour, a flag, code lock, a full set of tools, and a box of nails. It's all. Nothing too much to worry about. And we get a fucking skirt. Oh, and a silly hat. That says it all. I blame the server owner. So, yeah, next weekend I'm away on the Sunday. Last weekend in the month I'm away all weekend. Probably away realistically in November and December as well at different points. "13 years, he probably looks like a bloody lobster." Sinuses are playing up today. They have been all week. It's so I can't smell anything. I can't taste anything. And I'm permanently blocked up. I had a tooth extracted about 15 years ago, and ever since then I've had lots of teeth extracted, but after that one I've had sinus problems. I hear you. Are you carrying a food for me? Where are you? Well, you're sort of carrying food, but that's better. We've been so dry, the foliage in my area is bad. That's not good. What do you do in the real world, Ryan, if you don't mind me asking? Rotten, that's not so good. Ah, that's edible. Where did it put the blood? Oh, I bet it disappeared into the stairs, didn't it? Bloody DAYZ. Last time I was playing, I got so angry with myself. I passed up a dozen rotten apples and found charcoal tablets and could have feasted on them. Carpenter. Wow, awesome. I'm always interested in what people do. And the sort of players that are attracted to DAYZ, let's be honest. Rucksack would be nice now, game. And more food. Yeah, you don't see my carpentry skills. I can't even build I can't even build furniture that comes with instructions and is not carpentry. You know, like put A in B and glue. At the end of it, I'm just bang nails in randomly to hold things together. Oh, by the way, saw our first snowfall up near Tissy the other day. In game? Did we now? Oh, but that's good, isn't it? If you're busy, it's not a bad thing. You won't get conventional snow. I can't do both on a server like this. It just won't allow it. The map doesn't have snowy areas already, so I can't do it. So it's either all snow or non-snow, or we could have it snow at a certain time of the year. But this wipe, we're staying with what we've got. I imagine Violent Storm might give you snow in some areas, but I'm not sure how that works. Next wipe, as I said, I'm looking at a change of weather. But I'm also looking at a change of map as well. But I can't really discuss that until I'm a bit more firm in my ideas. Yeah. Very much so. Yeah. So it was Restless that mentioned about having like a quest, something to do for people that make content that isn't, and I thought, well, it'd be nice if that wasn't box related. But it needs to be the right map with the right quest that's doable by solos. There's some really nice maps out there that would work really well as survival maps, but the quest is a duo quest only, which is not really fair. So my aim is to find something that it has to be a fair sized map, or if we can't have a quest, something in that I can build as a quest that isn't box and bag related. Don't quite know what yet though. Has anyone killed Rudolph yet? Or found the evil goats? Yeah. Yeah, Rudolph is prancing around with a load of deer. The evil goats have appeared, and the fish from Sakau have swum across. Yeah, at night you'll see glowing red eyes if you find the evil goat. That's about as much into DayZ stupid events that I get. You're never going to get Santa crashes on my servers. I put the bonfires out because they're focal points at night for people to get warm and attract PvP. I don't mind putting the goats in and I don't mind putting reindeer in. But I'm never going to have trees covered with Christmas presents that are full of loot. It's just a bit too much. It takes it away from being a survival game. For me. Right, let's hope this village, hamlet, whatever, has some apple trees. Yeah, you go. Yeah. Once you've got a dog, you'll be able to take him into gas zones with you. And that vest will give him 8 slots. Yeah. They just cause issues. I'll probably do an event Christmas Day, though. I'll do something Christmas Day I normally do. It'll be probably I'll stick 4 barrels in the middle of the map or something like that and fill them with loot. And anyone that's playing Christmas Day can then pick up presents from the barrels. Oh, you star goblin. Look at that. And food. Remember, I like to do things that I can do in the code without adding a mod. The Sakau fish was a mod, but it's a server-side mod only. So it just sits on the server side. You guys don't need to install the mod. It just installs on server and adds the fish. Which is really nice when that happens, when you get mods that you guys don't need to install. I think I've got 6 or 7 mods this time that you guys don't need to install. They load as soon as the server goes live and sit in the background. Oh, that's badly done. It's not my work, but that, yeah. I'm not a modder. I can't use this new version of editor. I can't use. The old version I could have done this sort of shit with and put it down and got it all working. But this new version I'm really shit at using. I might be away that weekend. I will be away that weekend. I'm training soldiers that weekend. And when I'm not training, it's my mother's wedding anniversary, Halloween. So I tend to spend it with her. Especially now that she's at end of life and with dementia, but I'm away, as I said. Yeah, I'm away that Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But it's the first weekend I can be paid for, so happy with that. It'll be a few days at, or it'll be 2.5 days maximum I can claim normally. So can't really complain. Don't need it. Don't need it. Heavy fog for a whole week. That's not too difficult to do. I wouldn't do it to you though. I could. Though it would be interesting to do more fog because it makes people think differently. Chicken. Yeah, I could do that. Wouldn't be too difficult. We could dress them up. Put the witches. We could turn all the clergy into witches for the week. Ooh. See, that's interesting. We could turn all the clergy. You know how much I love religion. We could turn all the clergy. I like that, Chuckles. What I'd want to do is turn the clergy and at the same time have them always spawn in with a goat with red eyes. Okay, Restless, not a problem. Thanks for being here, always appreciated. Now, a flag would be nice. Take a battery. I'm farming zombies because it would be nice to get a key. But a water bottle's good. Hope there's no trolls under this bridge. We don't like trolls. Batteries. Today a battery day. So my aim is to stream this afternoon, then take a break for some food, and then come back in and stream tonight. Obviously, I'm streaming now with the title of the server as my... Oh, a doghouse. With my name. And a pen. Awesome. That way we might drum up some more people to play. You never know. But I'm also working on other things in the background, so there's no guarantee I'll be on tonight. We'll see. Oh, that would be good, Chuckles. Do you want to duo it? We sort of briefly discussed it. I'll discuss it with you offline. I mean, if you're about tomorrow, I'm about tomorrow. Don't want the torch. We'll certainly take the rags. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Let's make some rags. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. I'm only thinking, Chuckles, because I play very rarely on here, really all the time now because of work and army. I'm going to make gloves. I wasn't going to. But at least that way, we both stand a chance of getting a base down between us. I found a really nice mod. We're not going to run it, guys. Don't worry. But a mod's just come out that basically, if you're running expansion base building, you can set this mod up and the AI will attack your base randomly. You'll get AI teams that spawn in and do base raids, and they'll blow down doors and actually assault your positions. So you actually end up with servers that end up being raided by AI. Brilliant. Any place to leave a wardrobe? Base raiding AI when you're offline. Yep, they'll do both offline and online. Obviously, I'm never going to run AI again, so it's not really an issue for us. I just think it's a very clever idea. I don't know, Chuckles. I don't know because I can't. I'm not loading the mod because I don't have any expansion stuff, and the information they give is very limited. But I just like this idea that people are starting to write script for the expansion AI now that do us so much more. The trouble is they will only target expansion stuff. So you can't set them up to work with non-expansion base building. But people will get there. They'll get them targeting eventually code locks that are not expansion. People will take the basic script and they'll write overrides. Yeah. Oh, On this server, that's God tier. At the moment, I'm putting obviously time into DayZ because I want to get this server out there. And the way of doing it is to advertise it in my title description, and get numbers up that are playing it so that others join. I realise we've still got the chicken to eat, but it's a little bit foul. I looked at Battlefield 6 today because I'm an original Battlefield player, but the fact that I've got TPM turned on and everything else that it needs, Windows can't recognize. Sorry, Steam doesn't recognize that I've got it turned on, so I can't install it or buy it. Well, I can buy it, but I just won't be able to play it because Steam just seems to think that I've not got it turned on, which is really annoying. Because I was a massive Battlefield player in their early days. So I do love a Battlefield. I prefer Battlefield over COD. Yeah. And the video gets views. It always does. Weekends work well for me. And now I'm busy during the week. I have to do a bit more when I'm available at weekends. Because that's the right thing to do. I do like your idea about dressing up the vicars, though. Turning them all into wizards and witches. That's appealing. Just got to work out how to redress them. Using the code. I'm doing a dependency so they spawn in with a goat. No, we'll go with what I've got. They're still pristine, so. Running a marathon. Will there be a pitchfork here to keep Drum happy? Hey, you did a bit of a jump there, didn't you, mate? Yeah, it's hard. Remember, I've got a 60% nerf minimum on everything, and then some things are a lot higher. So, it is a hard fight to get stuff. Oh, turn off that. There we go. No, I want to turn off that stupid number. There we go. But that's sort of how we wanted it, wasn't it? We wanted to make it more difficult. Or I wanted to. Slow the gameplay down. No, some people have some massive bases, don't get me wrong. I know that already. There are people with 10 doors up. But they spend... And it's not who I would have expected to have 10 doors up. But there is somebody with 10 doors up. And that's not a problem. They've played a lot of time on the server. They deserve the reward. Okay. Still don't really know where I am, so... Oh, he does though. Hi, Kermit. Nom 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 nom. Okay, Kermit. And I don't have anything yet. My character was doing quite well till the event when I had to kill him off. I am. We're just sort of going in a direction until we see something we know. Ah, there we are. Military checkpoint ahead. That'll make life easier. We've got a new Canadian team on here. Really nice to see. That are on quite a lot. And really enjoying it. I bumped into one of them last night on the event. he loaded in next to me when I was preparing kit, and I had to say, look, if you don't take part in the event and don't shoot me because I'm preparing stuff. And he was like, oh, okay. And I said, if you want to watch what's happening, do this X, Y, Z. And he went down to observe the event as it went down. So hopefully that'll persuade them next time maybe to take part. It's weird, isn't it, having the spawns that spawn you all over the map. My first life, I spawned in Northwest Airfield. I was like, yeah, okay then. But I came away with lots of guns. Just nothing else of use. Little bit of 308. Won't say no to that. Altar's up there. An altar can be good for loot. I died last night because I ran the event basically. So I had to die because that was part of the event, was killing Goblin. And when people couldn't shoot me fast moving, I slowed down. I can't see it. Oh, fuck it, fuck. Bloody barbed wire. Stupid Goblin. Bloody Goblin and his barbed wire that cuts players. I know where I am now. Thank you. Some games I'm open to help. This is not one of them. We have got reindeer on the server now, guys. There's only one, and he has a red nose. He's running around with normal deer. Just so you're aware. And we've got those evil goats with glowing red eyes. No, because I can't force... Well, I can force spawn him, but only if I'm there to spawn him, if that makes sense. But I can force spawn him, but he'll walk off. But I could build like a cage. I could spawn Rudolph inside, and we could have an event where something like the evil goblin has captured Rudolph, and he's going to sell him to the goblin clan to be roasted on Christmas Day. And you guys have to kill Goblin and let the reindeer loose. We could do something like that as a Christmas event, maybe. And I could dress myself up as Santa for it by putting in the Santa hats. But you'll probably find over December, when you die and spawn in, you spawn in with a Santa hat on anyway. There's a good chance, because that's the sort of shit that I'll do. No, I like it. I like it. I like the fact that I could do something with Rudolph like that. And maybe a Halloween event with the evil goat. You know, Goblin has been running a breeding program for goats. And has managed to merge them with the devil. So they've all got red eyes. And your job's to get into his lab and kill Goblin and the goat. That's a possibility. Hello, Mr. Pig. Every animal in the fucking kingdom is in one place. Sorry, Chuckles. No. He just looks at you with glowing eyes. I wish it was aggressive. The game needs more aggressive animals. We should think about cooking this chicken before it goes off. No problem, Chuckles. What I need to do is set up a voice channel for the two of us. We have a private voice, so if you're on and you jump into that, we can team up. But as you said, have a nap first. Oh, a vicar. Soon to be a witch. Look at that. Right, find a house that's easy to cook in. Oh, I know where I am. This makes life easier. Go get some guns after we've cooked this. Oh, my beavers. They're awesome, my beavers. I know exactly what you mean. I didn't know that. I don't have it installed at the moment. Okay, Drum. Thanks for being here. Always appreciated. That a zombie fighting a player. Maybe the pig. That's a fair point. I've got 2 rounds of 357. Shit in DayZ in the real world would bring down a bear. In the barn, an entire villa night cycle, listening to a poor pig getting tortured by Zeds. There's another mod out there that I haven't put on that the Zeds will attack wolves and bears as well, because they only attack passive creatures currently, which arguably they shouldn't know it's passive because they're infected and their brains have gone. Where I kept finding dogs, wasn't it? They were spawning on top of the tent. Nah. And also DayZ lore isn't particularly well written, is it? It's not. It's just like little snippets here and there, which then BI completely throw out the window whenever they want to. That's life. So we've got a pen and a map, which is awesome. I want to be coming down here and crossing and doing Salisky. That makes sense. And then making myself along the coast and up that side. Is sort of what I'm thinking. That's the plan anyway. Whether it goes according to plan, it's a different fucking matter. Haven't decided what I'm going to have for tea tonight either. Be about another hour, and I'll be another hour on here, and then I'm going to stop and have some food. I think I'm probably going to order in a takeaway of some type. Not sure what yet though. I've got my washing and ironing done ready for Monday. Everything's done ready for Monday, so tomorrow is just a gaming day, which is really nice. My education's up to date for the course next week. I'm loving this new water. I just wish it didn't just like... No sound. It doesn't fade well enough. It does look good though. It actually looks like a stream now. Oh, that would take some modding. Because all the map markers are stored on your computer, not the server. So you'd have to rewrite the whole way maps work in DayZ. It would take somebody that understood programming far better than somebody like me. That's a sign. I would just be happy that if you died, all your map markers were wiped from the map, because you're a fresh survivor. But when people say to me, I've lost all my map data, and you're like, have you done a cleanup on your PC? Yeah, why? Well, that'll be the reason then, because it cleaned up the document folder that it stores the DayZ data in. Oh, well, can you get them back for me? No. Get them out your recycle bin. That'll be something to do with your Windows PC then, Gurmit. Or you press K. Or whatever key you've assigned it to, and it switched them off. But map markers are stored on your computer, not the server. So the mod supplies the map and the mechanics to open it and mark it if you have a pen and stuff like that. But all the data is stored on your personal computer. Which is the biggest bane of my life, is tickets open for map stuff. Because as much as you tell players it's stored on your computer, they're like, well, no, it isn't. And you're like, it is. It's in your documents. Under DayZ, where everything's stored for like that. And I've lost players before who said, oh, your server's got problems because of the map markers. I'm like, no, that'll be your PC. Yeah, yeah. I understand it's a nightmare for players when their markers go. But nothing I can solve, unfortunately. Wish it was. It would be easier if they were stored server side. But it would be so much data that the server would keep falling over. Because each time someone marks their map or moves, all that data would be held all the time on the server. And it would just lag the servers out. I'm trying my hardest all the time to not lag the server. And it's difficult, you know, I tried to put a new edit on the map this morning. And I can't put any more I can put more edits on, but I can't put anything more that spawns stuff in. I'm trying to build an event area. So I'm going to have to put the event area in without any loot in it. So that's made me rethink. So I might have to rewrite the code to try and reduce the amount of loot that spawns within the event area that I've already written. Yeah. And I sort of know how to do it. It's just time consuming. Oh, you bitch. Ooh. Got a message a second, guys. Trying to save my knife because I've only got 2 knives. And one of them's badly damaged, I'm guessing by now. Both of them are badly damaged, yeah. And we need to eat this food and free up storage space. While keeping our tins for emergencies. So, Gurmit, if you're still there, saws, industrial and farms. But we don't spawn a lot of them on the server. And that's on purpose. Base building shouldn't be seen as an easy option anymore. The players that have big bases up, there's one that's got a lot of doors, but most players don't. Your best bet is a key for Nova or the Sawmills, which is the base building pack, which is massive and loads of base building gear inside it. And that'll give you your best option for base building. So you need to farm zombies to get that key. Okay, Chuckles. Thanks for being here, mate. Have a good sleep. Might catch you on the other side. Don't really need to do houses, but we do need to do the police station. Because we could do with a chance of a bang stick. You need to farm zombies to get the keys. And I realise that's easier said than done. I get that. Might be. We'll have a check in a second. Needs to be a shoulder bag now because we've got a rucksack on. Thank you. Oh, you can't on that one. Has to be a shoulder bag to fit there, unfortunately. Yeah. I wish there was such a thing as streamer loot. I really do. Some bad driving, wasn't there? Was it you? Or your friend that's chasing you? Oh, you, was it? Those wheels are pretty fucked, aren't they? Little bit laggy in here, but we'd sort of expect that. No flag today. Oh, the thing of luxury. Bloody barrel. There'll be people watching the stream now going, you should have started walking with it. Always just going to do altar to get a shoulder bag though, can't I? Who's on the server? Brash, Monkey, Restless, Taco and me. So 5 of us. It's nice. We had 7 on last night at one point, which was good. I realise it's too hard for some people. And too easy for others. It's alright having a 357. But it's not exactly very good, is it? Could do with more firepower. I've not downed the food this time, so zombies spawn in vanilla amounts of food on them. As I said, it's killing zombies brings reward. I thought it was a better way of doing it. But then there's a risk whenever you start killing them to gather resources. Down the hill we go. Down to the well, fill our water bottle, check the police station, and then start making our way along the coast. Also, because military zombies aren't dropping any keys, well, if you decide to live in high tier areas, you're going to get less normal zombies. So you're going to have to travel down. Whereas if you live in normal tier areas, you've got more chance of players bumping into you. So it's that risk versus reward all the time. Trying to balance the map to force players to make stupid decisions. No shotgun on me, have I? Is that shotgun? No, it's 357. Even better, in all honesty. Um, 12 plus 4 plus 4, 20. And apart from altar and the quest, all the other keys, bar 1, have multiple places that crates can spawn in. So if it says sawmills, it will spawn in X amount of sawmills out of all the sawmills on the map on each restart. So you'll still have to search for it and carry it with you. Which is why Nova's so useful, because Nova is only one location. And different zombies have a different percentage chance of which keys they'll spawn. Some zombies will do... This is not including altar and not including the quest keys. They're separate. But for the keys that are left, some zombies can spawn them all. Some zombies only 4 different key types. Some zombies are different 4. Some zombies 15. You know, I've mixed it up. So... And I wanted keys to be harder to get, so it becomes more of a reward when you do get them. Sometimes that spawns a box of nails. It's the only reason why I came up here. And also, I did so much randomization that I can't remember which zombie spawns what. I know which zombie spawns the quest key. That's easy for me. But I put a hint in the description anyway. So people should be able to work out from that what it is. Or a hint in the Discord. The quest key. The quest key's worth doing, but you need to think about it. I would think about, yeah, yeah. You need somewhere to store the loot that you get from the quests, and you need to be geared up basically to make it easier. It's doable. But your hardest job now is protecting that key. Well, and as you're doing, you're looking for base building stuff. Huh. It was too easy last time, so I've made things harder. So getting to end game is not difficult if you're geared. But it's a more of a drawn out process. And the end game box has stuff for base raiding, stuff for base building, and stuff for people that don't want to do either and just want to explore the map. So once you get to the final piece, and obviously the quad bike and a spark plug to get the quad bike working. So you can get away from the final crate in the quest line, which I'm not going to tell you how many there are, with loads of good gear and a fully working quad bike ready to go. So as you go through the quest, each time you open one of the quest boxes, you'll find the key to the next box in it. And when you run out of, when something doesn't spawn in a key, you know you're at the final box. And it is pretty obvious that you're there as well. Yeah, next to the med centre, isn't it? By that lorry. To make sure they spawn, there are one of each of the key types that need to be spawning in the world, and then they also spawn on Zeds. But the ones that spawn in the world could spawn anywhere. The ones that spawn on Zeds, the first quest key, will only spawn on a certain type of Zed with a very low percentage chance. Yeah, no, it's meta. But yeah, so the key's been set as village, town, military, police, industrial, farm, with no tiers. So it could spawn anywhere. And that's what I wanted to happen. And there's only one of them at a time. And it waits like 5 hours before spawning in a replacement one. So it's hard for people to farm them from the ground loot. And then the zombie that spawns it has basically a double 10% chance. A 10% chance of having loot. And then a 10% chance of having the key. To try and eliminate people farming. So, by all means, farm zombies, but it's hard to farm the zombie you want to farm, if that makes any sort of random sense. Badly said. I know what I meant. Streamer loot right there. No. No, the colours mean nothing on here. The description will tell you, and they're all pretty much... They sort of make sense. So if it says police, it will have police type gear. If it says medical, it will have medical gear. Sawmill, base building, military, military. And the higher tier militaries will have better stuff in them. Nova, because it's Nova HQ, so that's also base building. Because I sort of, in my head, that could be the planning office. Altar is starting loot. And everyone gets that key, obviously, when they start off. And then the end game crates are general bits and pieces to get you towards getting to the very last crate. And more stuff than you can carry. So you have to make some choices. And then the last crate is code locks, nails, a fully kitted, geared 338, hacking tablets and batteries, food, optics. And then the normal vanilla guns spawn in normal vanilla locations, and the mod pack guns spawn in higher tier military. But also stuff like this all over. So as you get better tiered, you get better tiered weapons, basically. So if you hit Salisky Island, you're going to find military, you're going to find 5.45. Once you get to Northwest, you're going to find 5.56. Once you get to Tissy, you're going to find 308 in the crates. So that, if that makes sort of sense. Let me just fill my vape for a second, guys. I just took a drag and it was like, that didn't have any juice in it. Okay, I'm back. So I think the aim is to make our ways down and probably leave out there. Do the military in Cherno, isn't it? The military, yeah, military in Cherno, the little military there. Make our way down to here. At the moment, Chuckles is making his way over this direction, so we'll meet up with him at some point. Because we're going to duo it. Because he's mixed times, he's not on very often because of work. I'm not on very often because of work. I do need a base because then when I do events, I can leave my gear in the base and get changed into admin gear. And that way I don't have to keep committing suicide. And starting again all the time. You know, basically I'm in a situation now with my second job that I'm only really available Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sundays, and probably 1 or 2 weekends a month I'm not available Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So my aim is that when I do stream, do more of it. So this will only be a short stream at 2.5 hours, probably, roughly. About another half an hour-ish. But then we'll do a longer one later, and then a longer one tomorrow. If I stream Monday night, it'll be a longer one. It'll be like 5 o'clock in the afternoon until 10 at night. I was talking to you guys, just walked off in a random direction, didn't I? Like a mad goblin. But also at times I won't be able to stream Mondays because I'll be getting lesson plans ready. So there's that side as well. What I'm probably going to do, guys, is I'm feeling a little bit tired, so I need to think about, because I want to stream later, is taking a break. So I'm going to get under a bush and a log. But I'd like to say thank you for all being here. Thanks for the chat and the interaction. Thanks for telling me off for being a bad goblin. That's as good a place as any to log out. Streamer loot at the end. Is that buggered? Nah. Okay. It's not going to happen then. Right, guys. Thank you for watching. I will catch you